Hello everybody, Andrew here from the Hammer Game Channel. Welcome back to my United Kingdom playthrough where we're still trying to get the Royal Navy in charge. Now, at the end of the last episode we kind of had the Imperial Conference, which we are now starting to work down to, like, Edward, stop intervening. Tories, yes, this is what we're needing. Right, the night has arrived. The early election called by our government a month ago has concluded, and the results are beginning to be tallied nationwide. Many within our government hope that another majority for the Conservative government will be returned, as many of them showing public support for our harsh but necessary economic policies. There are whispers, however, that the election has not gone as we had foreseen, with many parties gaining popularity. Top of the night, regardless of the result, is sure to be the Independent Labour Party, as either victory or defeat for them will decide their future in British politics. As the results begin to pour in this election, not only do the MPs in the House of Commons stand with bated breath, but the average people of our country do as well. And just to make sure, I'm sure it is a Conservative majority, we need to choose the Tory majority in the snap election, so they secure a majority. So yes, as I was saying, we did do the Imperial Conference and we did choose the direction of the Empire. We are going for Imperial burdens towards integration and the Imperial Federation. That is what we decided to choose. Now, we're going to go ahead and cancel doing that because we're only 5 days in, which will mean doing the Conservative majority much bloody easier. So now that they've done that, all we need to do is do full austerity. So, down here, full austerity. 7 days to do that as well. Then in 1938, there should be an event about the complaints against the budget cuts to the Navy. When a mutiny starts in the Royal Navy, you should suppress it when you can. In the event where Duff Cooper negotiates with Admiralty, you should not fire him. And some days after that will be an election for the leadership of the Conservative Party, where a man who's kind of like a puppet of the Royal Navy becomes the Prime Minister, and this tree is unlocked. So a tree is going to be unlocked. We could continue. Let's go ahead and continue working down the industry part of the tree. The Imperial Federation can wait for now. We do have Imperial upheaval, but I do want to further sort out. What we'll do is we'll take turns doing slash military funding. Oof. Please tell me we eventually get rid of the... Edward intervenes. Will you stop intervening, man? We don't want Windsor to get support. We've done your playthrough. You stay away. We're getting the Royal Navy now. Monarchist Spain is going to win as well. Fantastic. Our aid has helped them turn that around because they were not doing great at all. Bringing Arabia to heel. Let's not do you. We don't care about you. The Empire, we can maybe assist in development. Friends of far-flung places. Italy offers to buy Malta. Since the end of the Napoleonic Wars, the island of Malta has been a British possession. Strategic position in the centre Mediterranean is a key factor to the United Kingdom's control of the region. Fact well understood by Italians who have offered to purchase the island. In the past, this offer would have been quickly ignored, but the recent economic downturn, it may be in our best interest to consider it. While in the age of the sail, having Malta as a naval base was a sensible decision, the invention of such aircraft as naval bombers puts any ship stationed at this island in a vulnerable position. The Italian and French both have large air bases well in range of Malta. Few in Britain see value in defending Malta when larger and much more secure base in Alexandria can be used. If we have interest in reapproachment in the Entente, we may want to agree to sell Malta along with its dated naval bases. No. No, you're going communist, so fate of the revolution. Wait, the Socialists have marched in Parliament. Oh no. Civil war time, maybe? Italy and Libya does not have a government. Surely they'll be leaving the Continental Entente. Oh yeah, look, and little second Spanish Republic is chilling over there. Oh, it's so cute. It's so irrelevant. Yeah, we're working on improving those. The fourth, oh gosh, dang it. Since our announcement to pursue an Imperial Federation, the Empire has seemed more volatile than ever before. We need to hightail it down there. While some of the Dominion governments may have expressed interest in this Imperial Federation, several ethnic groups within the Empire have become outraged at the possibility. Most angry of all are the Boers. Since the end of the Third Boer War during the Great War, South Africa has lived in relative peace and harmony, and while the fighting was brutal, many believed a certain degree of reconciliation was taking place in the country. To suggest so today, however, one would only be met with derision. The Boers, for the fourth time in less than 60 years, have risen up the standard of rebelling against the Empire, unwilling to allow their autonomy to be taken from them in the Empire's attempt at federalisation. The Boers have already succeeded in raiding many arms depots throughout South Africa and have captured a large swath of territory in their wake. More worryingly, some military units of South Africa have defected to Boer side. It seems that this Boer War may be bloodier than any before it. We are on our way, boys. And Manny Maritz is in charge. And I'm going to take control of your forces. But not these ones. I don't care about these ones. I'm going to take control of those guys. Oh, the Canadian coal offer. Okay, the Canadians have offered to export oil at abnormally low prices. Following the aftermath of the LSMC, the Canadians have been unable to export many resources due to many nations not being able to afford low prices. Today, the Canadians have received this and have looked at us for an overlord colonial trade deal. We'd certainly benefit more than the Canadians would from this, however these prices would undercut local production. It might be more popular to decline this offer. No, we're going to accept. We're going to accept. We are trying to do an Imperial Federation, so... Claude, whereabouts have you reached right now? India leaves the Empire. While we're tied down in South Africa dealing with the Boers once again, it seems several prominent Indian nationalist politicians have seized the opportunity to declare total independence from the Empire, stating that they could not remain inside an empire that refused to grant them greater autonomy. They were forced to take action to defend their nation. While the revolt of 35 was relatively spontaneous, today's revolt seems to be a coordinated affair with politicians and militia leaders acting together. As such, only Burma and Ceylon remain under our control, with the rest of our loyal forces either ousted from mainland India or placed under temporary arrest by the new Indian administration. Despite this setback, plans are already in motion for return to India to reassert our rule. Several of the Indian princes remain, and some have indicated that they would support a return of British rule to the subcontinent in an effort to stabilise the region. Furthermore, while the Indian mainland is totally united under a single banner, Royal Intelligence believes that this will not last long, with several smaller factions already ready to attempt to break away from the new Indian nation. Decision for reconquering India will become available later on. So VD Savarkar, this is going to explode. That's going to explode. And it's going to be funny. Because then I'm going to mop it up. Come on, Claude, we need you in action soon, man. You need to get down it. You need to get down here. France backs Austria. Italy's not left a faction. Second Great War. Second Great War has started because of Austria. And in 1937. Is Germany even ready for this? Don't have the Rhineland either. Could be oh well. Second Great War. I'm gonna keep out of it for now. We are not ready. So it's not 1938 yet, so we're still waiting. Let's go ahead and do support the overseas loyalists. Come on, divisions, we need to be down here. Opposition naval cuts. Yes. While the British society is relatively docile since the events of the Manchester Mill Workers' Strike, there have been grumbling in several quarters of Britain. They receive reports of widespread dissent lurking in the Royal Navy ranks regarding planned cuts to their pay and overall funding. Notably, such dissent is also said to be coming from some admirals who argue that the Royal Navy will no longer be able to adequately defend our empire if these cuts continue. Though these concerns have worried some members of Parliament, the issue itself has been raised in the Commons only recently. It appears that for now, any complaints are largely only voiced behind closed doors. Until such a time as they are voiced elsewhere, this matter remains of little concern. It's going to be a big concern soon, though. Australia requests economic aid. The effects of the LSMC continues to felt worldwide and across the empire as the years trundle on, with varying degrees of success being achieved in dealing with the crisis itself across our territories. Finding it particularly difficult to remedy this catastrophe, the Australasian government has today requested economic aid to be sent to the country in an effort to stem the decline affecting their nation. No, we're going to send them economic aid. Pushing them back, sir. You're not doing any such thing, but our boys are coming. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Right. I need to make sure. When a mutiny starts, the Royal Navy should suppress it when you can. Right. Taking many within our government by surprise, a detachment of sailors stationed at Invergordon have today begun a strike against the government over cuts made to their pay, as well as the larger austerity policies pursued by the government in response to the effects of the LSMC. Most worrying of all is its nature of the strike itself, with many red banners being flown in and around the area, and socialist songs such as the Red Flag being sung by those involved. While such an action is very unacceptable, the government response has been relatively tame so far, as we do not wish to stir up any further dissent by approaching the issue heavy-handedly. With that in mind, the government has called for a meeting on the issue of several cuts to the fully fleshed-out policy in regards to these strikers, and the larger issue of broad naval funding cuts. The red flag, put on the revolutionaries at once. How dare they? Could probably go ahead and maybe upgrade the army. See if we can push down the Cape Town with those guys. Well, maybe not. Come on, divisions, we need you down here. First Sea Lord voices concern. Okay. When a mutiny starts in the Royal Navy, you should suppress it when you can. We do not tolerate mutiny in the Royal Navy. Right. Now that our government has decided to pursue an aggressive policy against the Royal Navy striker, plans are being made to break up the strikes and force these individuals to back down. Concerns have, however, been raised by the First Sea Lord of Admiralty, as well as several Royal Navy admirals, over the manner in which the government intends to break up the strikes, with many warning that it will only seriously inflame the entire situation. Privately, some admirals of the Royal Navy have also demanded that we allow them to settle the issue themselves rather than move forward with our current plans. To make matters worse, there's some internal grumblings with our own party with this issue. This coordinated pushback against our government will make it difficult to continue our previous efforts to crush the strike. Do not tolerate mutiny. I feel like we need to. This is the one to suppress it. Yeah, we do not tolerate mutiny. So then our first, our admiral, this guy here, Alfred Duff Cooper, is going to try and negotiate with him, and we do not fire them when he does. Okay, with the newly independent Indian nation in a state of total collapse, the former administration of Raj has fled to Ceylon and set up a new administration. While they do not openly claim to the Indian subcontinent, we find them useful at a later date once we officially restored order to India. So yes, we do have Osman Ali Khan and Hyderabad is now here. With the provisional India as well. Just basically everyone's popped up. Our government having decided to move forward decisively to crush the strikes by the sailors of the Royal Navy, some believed that it would only a matter of time before the entire situation unravelled. Therefore, when the events of this morning occurred, it took few by surprise. Angered by government attempts to disregard the issues raised over naval funding cuts, the strikers were apparently successful in convincing many more of their comrades to join their efforts. With several vessels stationed at the Invergordon this morning completely devoid of any crew, as the bulk of them have joined the strikers in protesting government policy. The Royal Navy captains and admirals who have been warning of such a possibility have been proven right by time and continue to voice concerns over our government's approach, some of them taking to the local and national papers to do so. There's an aurora of mutiny spreading throughout the entirety of the Royal Navy, and unless it is handled soon, the situation may further spiral of control. Okay. Mutiny has begun, and our divisions are arriving down here. Italy demands guaranteed access to the Mediterranean. For decades, maritime access to the Mediterranean has been firmly within the control of Britain. Both the Suez Canal and Gibraltar are our possessions, and the strategic control of which is vital to our empire. This situation has put us at odds with the nations that depend on these ways of their shipping needs. This brings us to the Italians, who have sent us a list of territorial guarantees In the event of the United Kingdom is no longer able to protect the security of its empire, the Italians want our blessing to secure Gibraltar and Suez for the purpose of guaranteeing naval access to the Mediterranean. In Britain, the vague wording of the Italian document has some ministers concerned about its hypothetical enforcement, but advocates for this agreement that Italy has a solid first step towards reapproachment. The value that these waterways have for our empire cannot go unstated. If we truly seek reapproachment in Italy, we may want to consider saying a counter-offer, guaranteeing them some lesser Mediterranean bases. Bugger off. Do you know what I think of you, Italy? Big fat middle finger, really? You can stay away from my naval bases. They're mine. You can start moving down the Cape Town. We can start sorting that out. Still need to sort out our economy. Cooper meets with the Admirals. First Lord of Admiralty Alfred Duff Cooper has met with the First Sea Lord and the various admirals summoned to the capital this morning to discuss ongoing events at Invergordon. Cooper was chosen as First Lord of Admiralty due to his reliability and sufficient ties and influence within the Royal Navy that he built up during the interwar years while working under the previous First Lord of Admiralty, Bolton Iris Monsell. Though there are some questions raised as where his loyalties lie, as he has shown favour to the armed forces in the past, siding against the government over planned spending cuts to the British Army and Royal Air Force. Having developed the aforementioned close links with the Royal Navy, especially among high-ranking individuals within it, Cooper was chosen to represent the government in this particular issue due to the latent hostility between the Royal Navy Corps and the government over its continued policies towards slashing naval funding. It remains to be seen whether or not a deal can be made to end the unrest in the Royal Navy, though this is perhaps our best option. Beard colour television. I'm not going to read that one, it doesn't do anything. Okay, fire that idiot Cooper at once. When meeting between Cooper and the Royal Navy Admirals concluded, many were breathing a sigh of release, as it has appeared that a deal has been concluded between the two. But many did not expect that it was the Admirals would, rather than relent on their position, double down on it, demanding openly in a significant letter to national newspapers a complete reversal of the government's position on naval cuts. To add fuel to the fire, the First Sea Lord of Admiralty has also for the first time sided publicly with the Royal Navy, rather than continue his previous approach for discussing these concerns with the government discreetly. Many within our government are in a fury over Cooper's obvious duplicity in this matter, but many more are beginning to change their positions on the concern, obviously sensing a change in the direction of where the situation is heading. Since this unrest began, many of the public have been slowly coming around to the striker's position, and what is now regarded as Royal Navy position on the entire issue. Government popularity continues to plummet quite fantastically, and this shows our opposition both without and within our party, and only create a political crisis within our government. We must act swiftly if we are to rectify the issue, if necessary, ensuring that Cooper is removed from his position. This isn't what we had in mind. Support overseas loyalists is done as well. We're going to go ahead and do further budget cuts because we need to sort out our industry. Flight information is done. Let's go ahead and get dive bombing. Probably send. Oh, we don't have any air bases under control over here, I don't think. But let's see if we can smash through here. Because the Reds, Claude has arrived with divisions. And he's got infantry experts as well. With the inability of our government to come up with a concrete plan to tackle the current crisis, which Minister has been paralysed by inaction, rebellious members of Parliament have begun to push for fresh leadership elections and enact a change of policy towards the Royal Navy. In a surprising turn of events, a relatively young and unknown MP is taking the lead in opposing the government over this issue. One Anthony Eden. Oh, I wonder what's going on here. Coincidence? Young and inexperienced, though hostile to proposed plans to curb the extent of the British Armed Forces, Eden has managed to not only bring around many within our own party to his point of view, but has also succeeded in drawing great attention among the public sphere to this scandal, with interviews in national papers, having become something of a notable public figure in the process. It's curious how he managed to propel himself to such an extent so rapidly. Many suspect that those admirals who oppose the government have thrown their lot in with Eden as a means of boosting his influence within our party in an effort to push through their agenda. With this backing, Eden has succeeded in forcing the government to push through for a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister. It would seem we are left with little choice on what to do next. Is he here yet? I feel like it's about to happen. Yep, Sir Samuel Hoare is going to go bye-bye. Industrial sabotage in Ireland. Prime Minister's oust. As the sun fell in the Houses of Parliament last night, many MPs were uncharacteristically still present until the small hours of the morning in an effort to settle the issue of leadership within our party once and for all. Failing to receive the votes necessary in a door vote of no confidence, Sir Samuel Hoare was forced to acquiesce to fresh leadership elections with our party. Unsurprisingly, the influential Anthony Eden has deftly navigated the situation to position himself as the frontrunner in this new contest, having used his support from the Admirals, First Sea Lord, and the Royal Navy to further bolster his position. Curiously, many of his policies proposed seem to differ somewhere on this previously stated political position on many subjects, leading some to wonder what previously was agreed with those Admirals who had opposed government policy in his meeting with them just a few weeks ago. Regardless, as dawn begins to set over London, a busy night has been concluded, and few people expect any other result than what was made clear last night. And political power, welcome aboard Prime Minister Eden. There he is, Anthony Eden. And that should have opened up. Yep, that has. Navy with a state. Okay. And we're going to basically build up a hella strong navy. Our sword and shield press gangs. Improve relations opinions. Oop. Wow. Those folks complete 4 light cruisers of 1936 type will be added to construction crew, each with 25% completion. Okay. Well, we still need to sort out the economy, so we're going to do that first. Oh, we're retreating there, that's not great. We could be losing Cape Town soon. Yeah, we need to start pushing forward quite aggressively. British Empire Games in 1938. Gosh, it's only 1938. Yeah, I really need to upgrade the army as well. Because they are not the greatest, let's be honest. Oh, they pushed up with Cape Town. And we are starting to push forward, so... Oh, Luxembourg and Belgium are being invaded now. Germany is on their warpath. Could intervene. Prepare the reconquest. Ah, yes. We could start doing that. Focus on the Empire first. We'll just let the world burn over here. The Empire is what matters first. We need to get to Pretoria. Pretoria is our goal. Because if we can get there, they should pretty much capitulate. Midnight meeting. Several weeks have passed since the new Prime Minister Eden took his place as the leader of the Conservative Party and of the British nation itself. It would seem that the agreement made with him has been quickly implemented, with him pursuing the policies that were agreed upon. To show our intention to honour our agreement fully, we met with the Prime Minister at Westminster at midnight last night to further determine what our policies should be for the foreseeable future. In resolute agreement with our determination to strengthen the Royal Navy and Britain's place in the Seven Seas, the Prime Minister has laid out his own grand plans for the creation of several extremely powerful and commanding naval vessels in the near future. Due to the effects the mutiny at Invergordon had on the government, we have found ourselves with significant influence in both the Conservative Party and civil service. This will no doubt ensure that Eden remains in his position for the foreseeable future, allowing him to continue to push forward in supporting the policies that were agreed upon those weeks ago. To conclude last night's meeting, a vow was declared between those in the government and those in the Royal Navy that never again will politicians be allowed to threaten the safety and security of the British people once more. The Royal Navy must remain a sacred institution untouched by the petty politics of the day. In order to ensure this, we must continue to exert our influence where necessary. Stability. Glorious. Recent arms sale to the Emirates of Afghanistan. Let's start working on getting to the upgraded guns. And I think we need to start working back on industry stuff as well. Further budget cuts. Cut unemployment benefits. They're holding quite well, but then again, these guys, half of their divisions are absolute trash. We could maybe upgrade. Could we? No, we don't have enough manpower. Okay, India's starting to do its infighting. No, we are starting to push forward. Yeah, if we can get some cut-offs. Is that a gap there that we're just staring at? That is. Oh. Only 9 cleats in the war. War in Asia. Alright, 9 days in there. Do we have an air base over here? Oh, apparently we do have air dominance, which is good. Just need to get to the capital. Gosh, we lost 20,000 men in this war. Not ideal. Oh, we're starting to get forward though. No, more fighting in India. Yep, that's the assault on the capital underway. We need to engage them and kill them off. Alright, we cut employment benefits. Let's slash military funding. Okay, yeah, they're starting to collapse, which is good. We can just secure that capital. Saying that, cavalry division, can you just swoop through there, please? Look at that militia, they come and join this push. I think we've got a division over as well. Ah, they reinforced it. I should have pushed that way much quicker. Colombia's going after Peru and Empire Day. Secondly, Tisia War. Is that the revolt being dealt with, please? Thank you. Why was the British Raj involved? There you go. Union of South Africa has been dealt with. You can have your divisions back. Okay, we actually built a military factory by the looks of things. Happy days. Holy moly. Anyways, we're gonna start, well, thinking about doing invasions. Get all the divisions over here. As for you 14, you can just chill there. What we're gonna do is sabotage in Ireland. We'll go ahead and change them up. What we'll do is we shall place you in Ireland, just because we may have them uprising. So we've not got too much more to do here to get rid of the London stock market collapse, and we finally get up to isolation. Because I do want to start working down the navy with a state. There's an arms sale with Austria, was it? No, it must have been Australia. No way was it Austria. Austria's dying. Germany is not in a good position though. Not in a good position at all. Right, we slash military funding. Let's raise bank interest rates. Gosh, the Swedish have even naval invaded there. Bind Denmark and Sweden. Oh, what? A Scandinavian passport union? Okay, whatever tickles your fancy, I guess. Might actually invade the continental Entente if Germany's holding on, just because Germany's going to be weakened from their fighting. So if I can help take down France, happy days. Oh, Kenya's risen up. New decision has been unlocked. Crush revolts. Yeah, boom. We're crushing the revolts in East Africa before they become an issue. Yeah, we're just going to let them keep fighting each other over in India right now. What's the oh, Turkish state's in as well, didn't realise that. Yeah, we really need to start building up our army, like, it's probably where we're weakest right now. What we might do is we might even just even considering getting tanks and just focus on getting an air force and just the infantry divisions. Raise bank interest rates is done. Let's go ahead and grab reduce national investments. I wonder which way is actually quicker. That takes 100. That takes so many days. You know, austerity only takes 35 days as well. So we'll do both these focuses and then we'll end the episode there, and then we'll be getting to the juicy stuff next episode, because we'll start working down this part of the tree as well, which will give us research bonuses, naval dockyards, get through these, get the ships. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. Start towards integration so we can crush the Brotherhood. Then we'll want to continue doing the Imperial Federation as well, and we'll probably start the Irish Railroad bombing. Probably do Imperial Birdings. Well, we might actually go ahead and do that first, just so then it only takes 7 days, because then we can start reclaiming India. Oh, someone capitulated. Oh, the Rhineland is not doing so well. If the Germans can take out Poland, they'll be in a much better position. Come on, reduce national investments. We want you, God. Oh, that is crippling our recruitable population right now. Recent arms sales to the Latvian Republic. Okay. Public executions. Okay, get some stability, so I guess why not? Right, ending austerity. Finally. What's the Russian Republic planning on doing? Corruption issue. So are they suffering from some pretty... When they get defense bonus, Allied Eastern Russian Commission, that powers down. Outdated military's not helping, corruption issue's not really helping, economic crash isn't really helping them. Okay, they've got some good things there and some bad things. There's a mixed bag for them right now. Actually, logistics companies can wait. What we'll do is we shall start the land doctrine. Germany's not doing terribly, I guess. They are. I can't believe I've started over Austria. Brotherhood's really getting annoying. How long will it take us to do this? I think we have to do all this, don't we? Yeah, we're definitely going to have them rising up, which is why I've decided to put troops at Belfast. In fact, we're going to put some in Belfast as well, just so we have a port straight away. And we'll just go ahead and upgrade those as well. I know we don't have the equipment for them, but at least I can go ahead and bin these terrible division templates. Right, come on, 10 more days. 500 political power. 10 stability. We have economic instability for a year, but that's fine, because we can go ahead and probably change up to partial mobilization, which we're going to use the majority of our political power. Well, we're going to have 700 political power, so I guess there's no rush. Come on, I just want to change straight up. Ending austerity is done. Let's go ahead and do imperial burdens, which puts us up to peacetime demobilization. Okay, I cannot actually change yet, but I will be able to soon. Neville Chamberlain is our Chancellor of the Exchequer. Okay. At least he's not our Prime Minister. Peace in our time. Right, that's done. What we'll do is we shall... Let's go ahead and do the Navy with a state. That's only take 7 days as well. Quickly do that. Anyways, partial mobilization, limited conscription, and I guess we'll save the rest of the political power to then prepare the reconquest. Boom, we can go for Bengal right now. Bengal? Where's Bengal? Indian People's Front. Ah. They're already at war. We'll leave them to fight it out. But we'll be ready to strike them next episode. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We now have the Royal Navy in charge of the government, so that's interesting. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back very soon for some more. Take care. Cheer, bye. Then out.